right, and it's everyone's favorite time of the week. It is bringing the kid back onto our screens. Gibby, welcome back to the podcast, the third member of the Champaign Papis. We said it before, this is going to be a weekly thing, so get used to seeing Gibby's face on your screen during the football segment. We were just talking about Adrian and fantasy football. Justin Field, this dick, is his team name. We have to talk about, real quick before we get into pick 'em,
of course.
What happened with our hometown team against the Browns on Sunday?
Bears suck.
Yeah, fuck this dude. He hates the Bears, so he enjoyed it.
I don't hate the Bears.
To watch what happened to Justin Fields was embarrassing. The fact that Matt Nagy has a job is embarrassing. If you're part of Chicago Twitter, you know. Gibby, you're not necessarily a Bears fan. You say you hate watching 12 o'clock Bears games.
Facts.
But how did you feel about what happened, the one passing yard net and all that?
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Proviso East when we whooped their ass.
No fucking way.
We were sacking that quarterback about 9 times.
I believe you, for some reason, you weren't really playing that much, and you got 2 sacks or 2.5 sacks or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. I was like, everybody's getting sacks. It's a fucking sack party.
Yeah.
If week 1, when Chandler Jones had his 5 sacks, I thought it was like superhuman. Mm-hmm. And it looked like Myles Garrett did that every time.
Yeah, Myles Garrett was going fucking insane against our O-line. Like, we are...
Viral video of him, like...
Oh, like sidestepping?
Teleporting?
Yeah. That shit was crazy. Like, for a dude to be that big and doing that, like, that's
insane.
Fucking insane.
Well, because of that, the Bears are now 1-2. Their only win has come against the Cincinnati Bengals. Yep. This brings us to our pick'em. How about that segue, Gib? Come on, you can tell I'm a media fucking guy.
Yes, sir.
Thursday Night Football features the best matchup possible in the NFL.
But before you go into the pick'em, let's break it down how we're performing up to now.
Oh, yeah. Right. My bad. Okay, so as we do this, we started one random Sunday, I believe, week 2, so we didn't do week 1.
Yeah, so we missed some games week 1.
We missed some games week 2.
Okay. So we didn't do all of week 1, but we missed some games week 2.
We didn't do week 1 at all. Week 2, we missed some. Week 3, we did them all live on the podcast. Currently, last place, sadly, is Gibby at 18-11. That's 62.1%.
Yep.
Me and Marco, after Marco got last week, I predicted Atlanta over the Giants.
Yep.
I was wrong about the Bears, though, which kind of fucked me up.
And you guys were both wrong about the Saints and Patriots.
We were both wrong about the Saints. I was going to say, every one of us who picked a unique team won it. Gibby predicted the Rams over the Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah, he got that one.
So everyone who went against the grain won it, except when I went Bears against the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
So me and you were at 19-10. That's 65.5%. When you watch shows, they're like at 50% on TV.
Yeah, so we have pretty high fucking percentages.
And we've had a lot of blown games, like when Pittsburgh lost.
And we should bet on this. You're going to be making money.
We should. But let's get to it. Like I said, we have the last 2 first overall picks in the draft. Joey B, Trevor L, Gibby H. Who are you going with?
I'm going with Joey B.
Joey B. He's going
Joey
the Cincinnati Bengals. I believe that is America's favorite.
Yeah, I'd go Bengals too.
Gibby, question for you since you're doing it. Who has the better gritty, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase?
See, I think I will go with Jamar Chase just because I'm pretty sure he did it. He just did it before Justin Jefferson, but Justin Jefferson did it on the bigger stage.
Right. Justin Jefferson was on my fantasy team last year. Jamar Chase is on the fantasy team this year. I like the
Greedy Nation.
Baby, let's go.
Okay.
Marco, Cincinnati, Jacksonville.
Cincinnati, going with Joey Buckets.
Okay, so we're all going together on this. I believe Cincinnati is now the better constructed team, too. I think Jacksonville has more holes. I also think this may be controversial to some degree. Mm-hmm. Joey Burrow is going to be better than Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I don't think that's very controversial. I think that's actually going to be pretty accurate. I think
not even in the game. I mean, career-wise.
Over the season. Oh, career-wise?
Career-wise, I think Joey Burrow has a more legendary path ahead of him.
I don't know career-wise, but I think season-wise for sure. This season.
All right, so Thursday Night Football. The 12 o'clock games this Sunday are horrendous.
Basura.
Like,
garbage.
Gibby hates 12 o'clock games usually, and this week, I hate them too. Like, it's football. I'm going to watch every single second of it on Red Zone. Yep. But I had to do the Scott Hansen voice a little bit. Washington at Atlanta. Taylor Heinicke versus Matt Ryan.
Yep.
I'm going, personally, with the Washington football team.
Good.
I'm going with the Washingtons.
I'm also going with the George Washingtons.
So we are very cute. We're all going the same pick so far. I just think that defense is better. I don't think we have to dive too much.
And I do think their offense is a little bit better too. They have Antonio Gibson, Scary Terry.
This is true.
So
this is also another one that I think is going to be unanimous. Houston Texans at Buffalo.
Buffalo.
I want to dive onto one of those white tables and break it so I can pledge my allegiance to this game.
Bills Mafia, we love you, and I'm the Don. So shout out to Josh Allen. I'm going Buffalo. This was going to be, I like to highlight Chicago games. I can't do it anymore. Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears.
I hope the Bears.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be probably one of the few times I pick the Bears.
So we are going unanimously Chicago. Fuck you, Jared Goff. We're going to skip this next game. Yeah, fuck you, Matt Nagy reality. We're going to skip this next game. It's going to be the highlight game. So I'm going to go to Indianapolis at Miami.
I'll go Miami.
Yeah, I'm going to go MIA and
Wow.
MIA.
So I usually don't like to pick backup quarterbacks, and Jacoby Brissett is starting in Miami instead of Tua. My bad.
Tia.
Carson Wentz, I think, has the funniest injury of all time.
He has 2 sprained ankles.
He sprained both of them.
How you fucking do? Actually,
I'm going Miami.
I've seen other people do it before.
Cleveland.
Mike Jackson.
Yeah, you know. Oh, that's funny. Cleveland Browns. Minnesota. We're gonna put that on the TikTok. 2 in a row. 2 in a row. Browns at Vikings. Who you guys got?
I want to say the Vikings, but I'm gonna go Cleveland.
I need Mr. Pop back out, pop back in. We're good. Baker Mayfield. Okay, so far we picked all the exact same games because I'm also going with the Cleveland Browns. I think, hidden in the fact of how bad Chicago did, they looked really good offensively towards the end of that game once the Bears defense got a little weaker. So I don't think Minnesota's going to stop Nick Chubb. Yeah.
I
don't think so either.
This game, I can see another unanimous pick. The Giants at the Saints. This one's a little weird because there's not as much faith in Jameis. Wait.
That was nice. That was a good bite. Great bite. Damn, you're still saving that bitch. How's you know that bitch was fucking fire?
I'm going with the New York Giants football team.
Wow. I'm going with the Saints. Shout out Nola.
I feel like the Giants have to win at some point.
But it's not going to be against the Saints. Not going to be against the Saints.
I feel like the Saints did what they had to against New England. They looked terrible against the Panthers. I don't know who I want to pick is what I'm saying. No, I'm sticking with the Saints. Yeah. Gibby is going against the grain. He goes with the Giants. Like I said last week, we were 75% on our against the grain picks.
Yeah.
There's 2 more 12 o'clock games.
Yep.
Titans at Jets.
King Henry, baby.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson.
I want Mike Vrabel. Give me Mike Vrabel.
What'd you say?
Zach Wilson is trash.
Zach Wilson is basura.
Yeah.
I'm also like A.J. Brown, even if he might not play, Julio if he might not play, but you still got King Henry and name a single player on the Jets. KC at Philly to close off the 12 o'clock games. The Chiefs at the Eagles.
Kansas City isn't losing 3.
Yeah, even as crazy as it was for him to lose 2, I'll be damned if they lose.
A week ago, I wanted to pick the Chargers, but I said that.
I know, you said that. I look back at that clip.
I wanted to win them so bad, but I'm going Kansas City. Like he said, that's not going 3 in a row. Let's go to our highlight because we are pinching a little slow on time. Good defense versus good offense. Which one will win? The 3-0 Carolina Panthers at the very hot Dallas Cowboys.
You know who I'm rocking with, baby? The boys.
Gib will never pick against the boys. Not too often, at least.
Honestly, I want to say the boys, but fuck it. I'm riding with Sam Darnold and the Carolina Panthers.
We have a Sam Darnold lover.
Yeah, I fucking love Sam Darnold. He's cool. Well, I don't say I love him, but I think he's a good player.
I don't trust NFC East teams the same way I didn't trust the Jets or the Giants. And I don't trust Dallas. And I really like that Carolina defense.
I do too.
But I think that the Houston Texans showed a little weakness in them when they started going up-tempo and Davis Mills was moving the ball. I think Dallas is going to move the ball pretty fucking efficiently. I'm going with the boys.
I think it's going to be a good game.
Another good game is the surprisingly losing record 1-2 Seattle Seahawks taking on the now 2-1 San Francisco 49ers. Gib, who are you rocking with? I know you're a big Russell Wilson guy.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Yep.
I am going to say let Russ cook. I don't think that he's going to have a losing record, personally, and he's going to start winning games. We're going to go to a battle of really fucking good defenses and surprisingly good starts. We're going Baltimore at the Denver Broncos.
Baltimore, Denver's a fake good team.
Yeah, I agree.
Gibby is alluding to the fact that Denver is currently 3-0, and the teams they have played are combined 0-9. The Jacksonville Jaguars 0-3.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
The Giants 0-3, and the Jets 0-3. So, yeah, I think they're another fake good team. I think they somehow wiggled their way into an AFC playoff race, but whatever.
We'll see. I mean, I think they just have off to a hot start. I don't know if they'll be able to maintain this.
They had a surprisingly good hot start. This team has a surprisingly bad start, and the other team had another bad start. Yeah. Pittsburgh Steelers at your Green Bay Packers.
You already know who I'm going with.
Go Pack, go.
Go, Pack, go. We have reached a unanimous on the 320 games that aren't the highlight. This is the highlight. The dynamic Arizona Cardinal offense taking on one of the best built teams in the NFL, the number one in the power rankings, the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, it's crazy because the Rams played the undefeated Bucs last week. Now they're playing the undefeated Cardinals this week. Battle of the undefeateds. Let's see who comes out on top. Gib?
He put the LA hat back on. He's going with the Rams. That is the second week in a row he makes that decision.
And I think I'm going to second that motion. I'm going with the Rams.
The Rams.
I believe in the fucking Rams hype. I really do. I'm going against Buddha Kyler Murray.
I have to go against the grain. Not only for pick'em reasons, but I feel like the NFC West is that division that the team that's supposed to win at 3 o'clock loses that bitch. Because not too long ago, Seattle was that team and the Rams would beat him and all that type of stuff. So I am going with the Cardinals, even though Gibby looks absolutely devilish in that hat. We're going Sunday Night Football because, like I said, we're pushing the time a little bit. The craziest game, the GOAT quarterback of all time versus the GOAT.
And we're back.
We are back. We ran a little low on time because we also had to talk about the Bears a little bit and stuff like that. But we're going to Sunday Night Football now.
Sunday Night Football.
GOAT head coach of all time. GOAT quarterback of all time. They became GOATs together, and now they're apart. This is my favorite game that the NFL has scheduled in a long time. I'm surprised they didn't do it last season. We're talking about Tampa Bay Buccaneers led by my GOAT, my favorite quarterback, the guy who got me into football, Tom Brady.
Yeah, so look, this
going
game...
into New England, too. That's my favorite part.
Game,
in New England. It's not
this game isn't so much, I believe that it's going to be a good game. Because I think we're all going to agree on who's going to be the winner. The narrative behind it and all the shits that have been coming out on ESPN about, for example, how Bill Belichick didn't even say goodbye to Brady in person. It happened over the phone.
That's fucked up.
The fact that all this shit is coming out to light.
I'm disappointed in you, Bill.
The fact that all this is coming out to light right before this matchup is just adding fuel to the fire. There's a very good narrative behind it. Very good reason to be watching on Sunday night.
Well, that doesn't answer the question of who are you rocking with. Gabe, what were you going to say, my bad?
It's the divorced parents meeting up.
Yeah, facts.
To be honest, it is because, as a Patriots fan, I don't know who to root for. Because at the end of the day, in 10 years, I'm still going to like the Patriots more than I'll ever like the Buccaneers. But while Tom Brady's on the Buccaneers, I'm going to root for them. But it's also am I really going to root against Bill Belichick? Because I hate the people who say Tom Brady carried Bill Belichick to all those rings, the same way I hate people who say Bill Belichick carried Tom Brady to all of them.
Yeah.
Personally, as probably the bigger pick out of us three, just because I have the Patriots affinity, I'm rocking with the GOAT, Tom Brady.
As you should.
I want to root for Bill Belichick, but I just don't think the team's built. I don't think Mac Jones is ready for Sunday Night Football against Tom Brady. Bill Belichick has some crazy stats of players playing against him. Brady has even crazier stats of primetime winning and winning in general.
Yeah, and especially coming back from a loss, I don't think the Buccaneers are going to go lose 2 in a row like the Chiefs did. And they just recruited Richard Sherman, which fucking, by the way, Tom Brady is the best recruiter of all time. This motherfucker just takes a loss and he's immediately
One loss, and he's like, let me just get an all-pro DB.
Yep.
That everybody knows.
So with that said, I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay.
I'm going with this man.
He shows the Madden icon. Gibby is the king of props on the podcast right now.
Yeah, how do you think
he
he's on the spot?
Brady standing there. He's going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He also was going with Kansas City, so you can just show that whole thing. Boom, that's Gibby's picks of the week.
Gibby's picks of the week.
They're going to be pretty strong. I think Tampa Bay, like I said, is just a way, way, way better built team. I know Belichick comes up with stuff, but he no longer has Brady, and I don't think Mac Jones is ready. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Closer game than people are ready for, though, I think.
I don't think so. I think
it's going to come down to the fourth quarter. I'm not taking it to the wire, but I think there's going to be a moment in the fourth quarter where they're only down 2 scores and they have the ball. They could come back realistically.
Maybe, but I think halfway through the third quarter that game's going to be decided.
Okay. If Brady wants to do it, he probably will. We'll see. The only game left. The only game left is the one on Monday night. They're playing at SoFi Stadium, home of the Rams, and in this case, the Chargers.
Yep.
It's our favorite team to say, the Raiders. The 3-0 Las Vegas Raiders taking on the impressive 2-1 LA Chargers, who just took down Patty and the boys. Yep. So who are you guys rocking with, the undefeated team or the hot Justy Herbert? Also, really quick, I want to shout out the Raiders' overtime performances.
Yeah,
it's crazy to go 3-0, 2 of them in overtime.
I'm going to go LA once again.
He puts the LA Doyers hat back on. Gibby is riding with the Chargers.
And you know what?
Fake good team.
Fake good team.
I don't
think
think so. No. So I don't think the Raiders are a fake good team. I don't think that. I think come playoff time, they're gonna be in there. They're gonna be in the conversation.
Right.
But I think the Chargers are gonna win this game.
Earlier, I said that Denver awkwardly just put themselves into a wild card race situation, and I think that they're not going to make it because a team like the Raiders actually are. They're a team who started off hot, and they have the ability to win some random games throughout the year, too.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to win the West.
I don't think so.
I think they're the third best team in that division still. I think the surprising start of the Chiefs being on the bottom of that division is crazy quick, but the Chiefs are going to win it, if not the Chargers, because the Chargers have a weaker schedule, I believe. But I am also riding with my boys. I have Eckler, I have Mike Williams, and I have a lot of faith in Justin Herbert.
Your two biggest players on your fantasy team, if I would say.
Right. Well, I'd still put Aaron Jones as my number one.
Well,
Aaron Jones and Josh
Well, two of your top three.
Yeah, that's
top
true.
Top four.
But we have our picks in. I believe we each have one against the grain, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so that
Gib went Giants over the New Orleans Saints. Mm-hmm. I rode with the Zona Cardinals over the Rams. And Marco,
I picked the Panthers over the Cowboys.
Marco picked the Panthers over the Cowboys. I think those are three good against the grain games.
I think so too.
Because I think the other ones are like if the teams that we didn't pick win, that's an actual upset. Like if if Houston beats Buffalo, like I'd be shocked.
Yeah. Or even if it's games like, for example, the Raiders and the Chargers, where if the Raiders end up winning,
I could see the Raiders winning. That's one that's pretty close, but I just personally like the Chargers.
If the Raiders win that game, I think that puts them in serious talks to be leading that division by the end of the year. I'm not saying that will happen, but if they beat the Chargers, that's going to be a good win. They've already beat the Ravens.
Right.
So they're going to build that good resume and that experience.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go...
What'd you? I was going to say, and I can low-key see the 49ers winning.
Yeah, that 49ers one is pretty close, too.
Yeah, that could be a good game.
Here's one thing I'm gonna just ask right now. We're 3 weeks in. I'm going to keep asking this at random points throughout the season. Who do we have in the Super Bowl? Based on what you've seen so far, so 3 weeks in, if you had to put money in Vegas right now on two teams to make the Super Bowl, who are you going with?
Damn.
It's on the spot, too, so I want a true answer.
Yeah, so I think, as much as I love my Packers, and I want to say my Packers are going to be in the Super Bowl by the end of this year, based off of this start, the Rams are winning the Super Bowl.
To be honest.
Against, probably the Kansas City Chiefs. Even though the Kansas City Chiefs haven't been off to a hot start, I still think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be in the Super Bowl.
Good.
I'm going to go... I'm going to go the Bucks.
Okay, so he's still riding with the old man.
It's going to be the Bucks against the Chiefs, part 2.
I like that. I wanted to ride with that. For some reason, I have a feeling of an injury to one of those two teams and like a breakdown to one of the two teams. I'm not going to put a specific player. I just see like something like that happening, and I actually have a new Super Bowl for us. I have the Rams, too. I think that Brady doesn't usually lose to teams twice in one season, but I think the Rams have too much.
They have a stacked-ass offense, especially now with Matt Stafford.
They have a top 5 defense, top 5 offense. That's not fair.
That is unfair.
And I think Kansas City's showing some dysfunction, and this team looked like they were showing dysfunction, but they were still going strong. I'm going Buffalo.
Okay.
Wow.
Rams versus the Bills.
Well, for me, I was actually, instead of saying Kansas City, I was so close to saying Baltimore.
I like Baltimore, too, because they look good with, 15 players on. 16 players, though.
Baltimore, Rams, that'd be a good...
Week 3, I'm going Buffalo Rams. I don't know why. That's who I felt when I was watching football on Sunday. That's why I asked, because I had that feeling when I was watching the Rams playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, it's going to be between the Kansas City Chiefs. Baltimore Ravens. I like the Ravens, man. I do like the Ravens. Look good.
I think that's AFC Championship level, but I don't know if they're going to make Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's why I picked the Kansas City Chiefs.
But that is week 4, but our third week of Pick'em in the books.
Yep.
Gibby is still rocking the Certified Lover Boy merch. I was actually just looking at your viral TikTok once again at GibTheKid. Go follow the boy.
Links are going to be in the description.
Was just watching that today. He hit 6.9 million likes. If you know anything about our friend group, he's pretty much done.
Yeah.
He wants 69,000 followers, and he will retire from TikToking. He told me he'll even shave his head to only have the heart left. It's the opposite of Drake.
No way.
No.
Put it on there. Would you actually?
That'd be kind of crazy.
That would be pretty dope.
That would be pretty dope.
You look like Pitbull and Drake at the same time. Like every bitch would want you from 2000 to 2021.
That is fair.
I'd be Mr. Global.
Mr. Global. Senor Global.
Senor Global.
But, Gibby, we thank you so much for hopping on. I am hopping on later onto PS4 too, so I will see you there. But that is it for the NFL segment on week 4 of the Champaign Papis.
So that is the second iteration of our pick'ems. Gibby, as always, just want to reiterate, thank you for being on the show.
Any final words for your fans or our fans?
Go boys!
Go boys!
This fucking guy.
He's ugly. He wears LA Dodgers hats and roots for the Cowboys. He's as Mex as it gets.
For real.
As Mex as it gets.
All you need to do is wear that outfit. You need to wear the long jean shorts with the white t-shirt and some Jordans.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Raiders.
A Troy Aikman jersey.
Oh, that'd be hot.
Facts.
That'd be hot. The throwback. But, alright. We will see you guys in the next segment. I believe we are talking about something Illinois-based.
Yes, sir.
We are from Illinois.
Stay tuned.
Go ILL.
I.
That was weird.
I've been trying to find me